Many people believe finding your voice means making yourself heard above noise, speaking louder, or constantly sharing opinions with the world. They think that to have influence, you must always be at the center of attention, contributing to every conversation, and ensuring your thoughts are known. But what if true voice, the kind that truly resonates and brings about meaningful change, isn't found in the clamor of constant expression, but in the profound quiet of thoughtful reflection? What if the most powerful voices are those that emerge from a place of deep listening and inner stillness, rather than from a desperate need to be heard? Consider the difference between merely making noise and truly speaking with impact. Anyone can shout, anyone can fill the air with words. But how many can speak in a way that truly moves hearts, clarifies minds, or inspires action? The art of finding your voice in silence is not about becoming mute or withdrawing. It is about cultivating an inner space where clarity can flourish, where true understanding can take root, and where your authentic thoughts can be carefully shaped before they are ever uttered. It is about recognizing that sometimes the most profound wisdom emerges not from speaking, but from being still enough to listen, to observe, and to truly comprehend. One day, in a bustling city filled with endless chatter and hurried footsteps, lived a young artist named Lena. Lena was passionate and full of ideas, but she often felt invisible. In group discussions, her ideas would often get lost, overshadowed by louder, more assertive voices. She would try to interject, to raise her hand, to speak quickly, but her words often came out jumbled or she would be interrupted. Lena felt frustrated, believing that her voice simply wasn't strong enough to compete in such a noisy world. She saw others effortlessly commanding attention, their words seeming to carry more weight, and she wondered what secret they possessed. She tried to emulate them, to speak more forcefully, to interrupt more readily, but it only made her feel more drained and less authentic. Her attempts to be heard often left her feeling even more unheard. However, Lena noticed an intriguing figure who frequented the city's quietest park. This was an elderly man named Master Hiroki. Master Hiroki rarely spoke. He would sit for hours observing the birds, the trees, the subtle shifts in light. When he did speak, which was infrequent, his words were few, but they carried an undeniable weight. People would lean in, listen intently, and often nod in quiet agreement. His presence alone seemed to calm the hurried energy of the park. Lena was captivated. She observed him for many days, wondering how someone so quiet could command such respect, how his silence seemed to draw people closer rather than push them away. She decided one afternoon to approach him, hoping to uncover the secret to his profound influence. "Master Hiroki," she began, her voice a little shaky, "I admire how people listen to you. I struggle to be heard. How do you find your voice when the world is so loud?" Master Hiroki looked at her, a gentle smile gracing his lips. He gestured for her to sit beside him on the bench. He didn't offer a quick answer or a grand pronouncement. Instead, he pointed to a small, delicate flower pushing through a crack in the pavement. "Does the flower shout for attention to bloom?" he asked softly. Lena pondered this for a moment. "No," she replied, "it just grows." "Precisely," Master Hiroki murmured. "Its beauty is in its quiet persistence, its truth in its unfolding. It does not need to be loud to be seen, to be admired, to fulfill its purpose." Over the next few months, Lena sought out Master Hiroki's company whenever she could. He never gave her direct advice on how to speak. Instead, he taught her the art of silence. He encouraged her to spend time alone, observing, listening without the need to comment or react. He taught her to meditate, to quiet her mind, to truly hear her own thoughts amidst the internal chatter. He urged her to listen more deeply to others, not just waiting for her turn to speak, but truly understanding their perspectives. "When you truly listen," he would say, "you understand not only what is said, but what is unsaid. When you understand deeply, your own words when they come will carry the weight of that understanding." Then, slowly, a transformation began within Lena. She stopped trying to compete in conversations. She began to pause before speaking, allowing her thoughts to coalesce, to form with clarity. She started to choose her words with care, ensuring they conveyed precisely what she intended, rather than just filling a void. Her contributions became less frequent but far more impactful. When she spoke, her voice was calm, her words concise, and her insights profound. People began to turn to her, not because she was the loudest, but because her contributions were always thoughtful, well-considered, and often offered a fresh, clear perspective. Her voice, once lost in the noise, now resonated with authentic power, simply because it emerged from a place of stillness and truth. She found that her quiet presence commanded more attention than her previous attempts at being loud ever did. The respect she yearned for came not from demanding it, but from earning it through her thoughtful approach. The moral of Lena's story is a powerful reminder for all of us. Finding your voice is not about increasing your volume or dominating every discussion. It is about cultivating an inner sanctuary where clarity can be found. It is about understanding that true influence comes from the depth of your thoughts, the authenticity of your expression, and the true wisdom that emerges from quiet reflection. Have you ever felt the pressure to speak up, even when you had nothing meaningful to add? Perhaps the most impactful thing you can do is to pause, to listen, to observe, and to allow your thoughts to ripen before you share them. Could it be that your most profound insights are waiting for you in the moments of silence you avoid? Silence is not emptiness, it is a fertile ground. It is in the quiet moments that we can truly hear our inner wisdom, discern our authentic purpose, and shape our most powerful messages. When you embrace the art of being quiet, you develop a voice that is not just heard, but deeply felt. You move from simply making noise to truly making a difference. Your words, when they finally emerge from a place of calm and clarity, will carry a weight that no amount of shouting could ever achieve. They will possess a resonance that draws people in because they originate from a place of genuine understanding and thoughtful consideration. So do not fear the silence. Embrace it. Let it be the crucible in which your most authentic and impactful voice is forged. For it is often in the deepest stillness that the most powerful echoes are found. If this story resonated with you, and if you believe in the power of finding your voice in silence, please take a moment to like this video. Your support helps us share these important lessons with more people who might be searching for their own inner quiet strength. And consider sharing it with someone who might benefit from this message, someone who feels unheard in a noisy world. Thank you for listening, and may you find your profound voice within the beautiful art of being quiet.